In this following session, I'm going to help you consolidate uh, the skill that you're building. That is the ability to very quickly identify what your own needs really are. And that is also easily transferable uh, when you try to look at what other people are doing with their lives, and you'll be able to then identify what these other people need. Having that understanding very often is extremely helpful, whatever you're trying to do. Like when you're trying to build a relationship, when you want to communicate better with, say, your own children, your partner, your parents, your family members, or you're trying to help someone, or even if you're trying to work with people professionally, your clients and your employers, and sometimes like your employees, and that understanding, in my opinion, is central to human life, and it is also very helpful in whatever we do when we are interacting with other people. So let me go back to this slide that I have prepared for you. So here, you're learning to infer from anything that happens around you, right? That you observe about human beings, to figure out what their needs are. You can also be applying it to yourself. So what we're claiming is a big claim, right? I am saying that like every statement, every act, every complaint, right, tells us something about what the person needs, and that person can also be yourself, right? So let us look at this, right? Some examples. And I'm going to show you a few examples. And when you see the example, I want you to immediately ask the question. So what does it tell us about the need of this person who's like saying this? And then I'll provide you with my answer, right? I'll give you a moment to come up with your answer. If you want to write it down, if we're good. If you don't have your like paper pencil or whatever, like iPad, tablet ready, that is fine. You can just remember your answer. Okay, let us start. Okay, so first one, if someone said, I hate being single, what does it tell you? What does this particular person need? Well, you would say, well, no, this person needs to be not single. Okay, right. And this person needs a relationship, needs affiliation, attachment, intimacy. It doesn't matter, like what the word is, right? As long as it makes sense to you. Some people call the same thing by different names. You can say that this person needs love or company, right? So all those would be correct. I don't know how many of you have come up with like a slightly different answers. Some people hate being single because being single is sort of like prejudiced against. Being single is sort of not cool in your social circle. So you hate being single because you need social approval. You need to be esteemed or valued or considered cool by your friends and peers. So that can also be your need, right? So that, like, are you okay? All right. So let us go to the second example, right? Which is like when someone said, I sat in front of the computer the whole night to purchase the latest model, which can be the latest like smartphone or the latest like pair of sneakers or the latest gadget for your sound system uh, or drone camera, whatever that is. So when someone tells you something like that, what does it tell you? So remember, the purchased item is usually not what the person needs. Okay? So I've given you some hint, right? So what is your answer? All right. So let me explain why I'm saying that, like, what the item, the purchased item is usually what not that person needs, but what that person wants, right? But what that item does, right? So I purchase this item, and what does it do to my life, right? I may be like looking for some novel stimulation experience. I've never experienced this before. I'm purchasing this item that will allow me to experience something, right? But I am like, but if I focus on the latest model, it usually appeals to a sense of esteem again. You know, like I am current. I am like I'm not out of date, and I also compare favorably with people who are like sort of like following the trend or who are doing it like later. Or I'm a smarter person because like when I'm among the first people to get it, I get a discount. Or I get to use it before other people do. So there can be like a self-esteem issue here as well. So it addresses your need for achievement, your need for um, uh, esteem and need for like excellence, whatever you call that. So like in the first example, you can call the same thing by different names, but I think you've got the idea. And it also like a demonstration of ability and capacity. You know, so I have this ability, I have this like readiness, I have this persistence, and I succeeded, right? So that is like another implicit level of need. So we come to the third example, right? And someone's complaining about back pain, and this person can't go out. So what does this person need? So you say, well, this person needs to go out. Well, I would say this person wants to go out. Uh, you have to ask, what does going out mean? What does it imply? You can go out, I can go out to shop, or I can go out and meet with my friends, or I can go out to visit my sick parents, or I can go out to go to school, right? So going out usually is not what the person needs, right? This is what the person wants. But I want to go out in order to accomplish something. And that's something that I want to accomplish, like is relating or related to my needs, right? I want to feel good about myself as a good, caring child. And that is why I hate the fact that I can't go out and take care of my sick parents. Or I have strong affiliation needs or attachment needs, and I hate the fact that I cannot go out and have fun with my friends. Or I actually need pleasurable experience, and because of back pain, I would not be able to attain that. So those are the things that I need. When I am complaining about the back pain, I also need what? Physical comfort. I also need, to be in a healthy state, right? I also need to feel a sense of mastery and control, because like this back pain that is killing me makes me feel that I'm helpless. I'm a victim. I'm a passive recipient of like some unknown like process in my body, right? I do not have full control over what my body is going through. So those are my needs. So have you got that? Like, physical comfort, so that I'm free from pain, a sense of mastery, right? And it is usually connected to a sense of imagined order of like, which I may call health or wellness, that I would love to maintain, right? So that is the third example. All right. So if you heard someone saying this with a sense of bitterness, right? She has a pension and I don't. I can't expend money the way she does. So what does it tell you? What does this person need? Well, if you said that like this person needs a pension, I'm sorry, you're wrong. This person doesn't need a pension. No one needs a pension. Okay, all right, all right. I know what you're immediately thinking. Yeah, I did say no one needs a pension. What do we need? We need secure source or sources of income so that our physical material needs can be effectively addressed. So imagine you have like a pension that's inadequate. Well, you don't need that, or that is not sufficient. You need more than that, right? Um, and if you have like an overly generous pension, right, it is more than what you need. Well, you don't mind that, you enjoy that, but like uh, it is like more than what you need. And some people, as you probably have heard about stories like that, they actually donate part of the pension. And when they do that, that means that their needs for stable, secure income has been met, and there are other things that they need. They need to feel useful. They need to feel that like I'm a generous person and I'm trying to do something nice to the world, right? So, all right, do you get that? No one needs a pension, right? People need a source of income, some stability, some like income security is what a person needs, right? So are you able to differentiate between like pension and income security, because the two are not exactly the same. All right. And when you're complaining about someone having something and you don't, and what are the things that you can do is like, she spend money right in such a way that I can, and if I don't have any problems with that, then I won't be making this statement. The reason that I'm even mentioning this means that at some level, I want to be able to do what she does. But why is that she, right, that person, so important? Because somehow I'm comparing myself with her. I'm in sort of like a comparison competition situation. I want to feel that I'm not in any way inferior. So do you get that? Like we are coming back to this esteem needs again, and you will soon realize that this need for esteem, like need to feel good, need to feel that like we are equally good or better than other people, is such a strong need in human life. It also is like a strong drive, right? We'll get to the idea of drive later, but like I think you get that. All right, so what about this one? Your favorite team just lost a game or match. So what needs are connected to this? Well, you know, when you have a favorite team, right, football or basketball, whatever, doesn't really matter. Uh, it is part of your identity, is part of your expression or articulation of self. But again, you know, as you can easily guess, it's also connected to a sense of esteem, right? And it also is connected to a sense of order, because we all imagine uh, the world following a particular order. We all wish the world follows a particular order. And when things happen as I expect, or when things happen as I imagine or wish or plan, I feel gratified. At a deep level, I am experiencing a sense of prediction and control, and gets back to this like whole mastery idea. Uh, do you get that? I think you do. That is good. All right. So what about the last one? The last example is like, I'm worried about all these immigrants moving into our neighborhood. So what does this person need? Well, the person, again, you know, that connects to the earlier point about order that I mentioned. This person has an imagined sense of the way things should be. Like in this neighborhood is like us, only the locals, the natives, right? And we do not welcome people who are different into uh, my neighborhood, because I want to maintain a certain order, and I feel uneasy or uncomfortable when that particular order is disrupted. So there's a need for order. And when I'm saying that like I'm worried about all these immigrants, then obviously I am not the kind of person who is particularly excited about meeting new people from different cultures and excited about cultural diversity. Uh, these like novelty and interesting, unfamiliar experience uh, are not what I need, right? I need stability. I need, predictability. I need familiarity more than like adventure, what is unknown and unfamiliar. So that shows me, like sort of my own preference when I'm saying something like that. Are you okay with this? Okay, all right. So this will be like the end of this particular um, section, and we will give you more activities and exercise in the following section.